Everything came to limelight recently. You understand? Every single thing came to limelight recently, and I've been so happy that the person that was inside the BL that has been trying to scatter the truth has been exposed and expelled. This is the best, that has ever been. We wasted our time for over 6, 7 months. You know, with 6 months, we have done a lot of things. Our release, the shortening of our prime minister's detention. Our prime minister's detention would have been really shortened within this short time that within a long time that talking about Timothy Abuseriki and also this particular annual walking the ground. And he thought that he got the heart of Biafrans already. The gullible ones and the new ones, but he never knew that he failed. He never knew. Our prime minister invested the name of the criminal ex-information minister called Anibiat Archibald Sonia Akparawa. Our prime minister trusted his handling the minister of information, and he sided with this criminal called as an annual Harrison to do the criminal works. Always come every week to lie to the prime minister. I spoke with this. This man has never spoke with any prime minister. With our prime minister, stand. I can stand on this statement any day, anytime. Because if you can speak with the prime minister, the prime minister would have seen him in Finland, just the same way people that went to Finland to come see him. In the middle of everything that has been going on, people of the CRC and also our deputy Asian minister in the name of Raphael Chejere and some other people went to Finland to go and see our prime minister in person. They tabled every issue that they've been passing as regards the the Biafra Republic government in exile. They gave him everything, and just to uphold the structure of the Biafra Republic government in exile. He gave them the best decision, because our prime minister would never give instructions to to destroy the structure of the BRGI which he created. Our prime minister, knowing for a fact that people are going to tell him some things that are happening in the BRGIE, he would never ever jeopardize that particular structure that he has created. I want you guys to understand me today. There is no way you will tell our prime minister that created a government that, see, there's something that is happening in his government, and therefore he will just tell you that, do you know what? Remove the website that we are using. In fact, do this, change change that, and sideline the people that are in the structure of the BRGIE. You understand? There's no way. There's something that has happened that I noticed. Out of everybody that went to Finland, these criminals, in the person of the ex-information minister and also the um, acting prime minister and the finance minister, Isaiah Anyogo Harrison, none of them are in talking terms with every single person that went to Finland, every single person that went to see our prime minister is their enemy now, just because of the message the prime minister gave to them directly, just because of the truthful message that our prime minister gave to them. Because for the record, our prime minister would never do anything to scatter the structure of the BRGI. He's literally the brain box. When I say someone is the brain box of BRGI, I mean someone is the main pioneer, is the main brain box of this particular BRGI. And for this reason, he will do everything in his will to uphold the structure of BRGIE. So, my people, I I welcome you all to the space. As I'm going to be leaving the mic, I'm going to be giving you guys all the time to come to the mic to speak. You can say anything as regards, what I've just dropped here. I've been speaking for over 30 minutes now, if it's not even more than 30 minutes already. Worry sister, I sent you the co-host, Professor Enoho. I'm going to be sending you the co-host also. I think Chukuma Ekwensu has left the um I think he has left the space, and he said his background is a little bit noisy, probably is outside. But me, I can manage on my end, and it's almost getting to midnight here. So you guys are going to be helping me on the space. I'm not going to be talking too much, oh, because make una no even expect, because I don't talk for over 30 minutes. I'm almost okay. So join me on the co-host, and come and give Biafrans what. Okay. So yes, I'm just going to be rounding up while you guys come up here and contribute also. Uh, our Prime Minister upholding the structure of the BRGIE, and what did I say again? I talked about Isaiah Onyogu trying to alter the document. Aside altering the document, he has been lying that he has been speaking to our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister does not have direct communication with anybody because he is in detention. You cannot just go and be calling our Prime Minister every week. If our Prime Minister wants to talk to you, he's going to request for that call. You cannot just call his phone because his phone is not with him. And I want Biafrans to know this because they are just very, very gullible. Somebody will just come and tell you he called Prime Minister, he did this, he did that, and you will just believe. This is how fools behave. When I say someone is a fool, I mean you just believe. You are living on believing, not knowing. There are ways that you can think with your brain without someone even explaining to you. But Biafrans, both old and young, will just sit down on one propaganda space, and they'll be spewing lies, and they'll be swallowing it like a handful of eba and ogbono soup. They will be swallowing the lies like a handful of eba and ogbono soup. Really sad, it is really sad to know that the people that we've been sharing spaces with. I still remember Prime Minister was here. We would have 60 people requesting for the mic. We will have over 60 people requesting for the mic. You understand? But we didn't know those people. There were a lot of gullible ones, and I'm just so happy that we have been releasing all this. We've been releasing all these sabos, because I call them saboteurs. I was on one space yesterday, and one idiot, one bloody fool called Rose, someone was giving a suggestion about protest in Finland. We know that to shorten our prime minister's prolonged detention, you have to go through the process of protesting for his release, both online and offline. Both online during this particular protest, this campaign about releasing against the release of our prime minister, with the hashtag free PM Simon Ekpa, also with the hashtag political prisoner. We are going on with this campaign and protest online, and offline we are supposed to have a protest on ground but this bloody fool, I don't know what to call it. I don't know the particular adjective to use to describe him, but if there's anything worse than if there's anything worse fool, oh boy, now him get am. I know, and I'm saying this with no remorse. He's a complete daft. When I say someone is a daft, bloody fucking fool, a a nick on poop in the making, was talking about our prime minister, that is this, that is the government that is going to do this. How can someone come online and be making all this nonsense? I'm going to actually post the video where he's he was making all these assertions. I'm going to post the video probably later on the space. So if you go on my page, on my timeline, after I post it, you'll be able to access it. Where he did a normal. It was on Starman Space. He was on Starman Space, and he was making a lot of nonsense uh suggestions about our prime minister not needing protest, both our prime minister and our leader, knowing that their detention is prolonged. While the lawyers are doing what they are doing in their respective areas in Finland and also in the home oppressed country, there is supposed to be protest. Sorry, there's supposed to be protest. They are supposed to be having some protest, because that protest will literally put pressure on the government, both the terrorist government of Nigeria, and also the government of Finland, because they are literally prolonging the detention of our prime minister and also our leader. If we understand this very well, you would see that it makes a lot of sense when a call for protest comes up. And this is why I call that criminal called Akparawa Sonny an idiot, a very, very bona fide fraud and criminal who has been taking us backward. Because imagine if we had gone for at least 3 or 4 or 5 protests in Finland, storming their embassies, storming places in Finland, particular places where we could, gather our voice and speak against the prolonged detention of our prime minister. We would have gotten our prime minister out by now, because there's no way you will protest in Finland that the news of Finland, those news media, will not carry it. There is no way that we are going to protest on ground in Finland that the Finnish government upholds um, uh, rule of law. Finnish government upholds rule of law. In fact, a lot of things as regards the Finnish government, they don't, they fight against oppression, and they have a lot of things that they go through. You understand? So as regards protesting in Finland, they are it is not like the home oppressed country of the occupational forces of Nigeria. They are not like that. You understand? So a lot of things as regards uh please give me a second. I'm trying to add my co-host. Eno, Professor Eno, can you just probably go out and come back? I see that you're trying to request. Let me try to invite you to speak. Yeah. So some idiots were talking about not protesting in Finland, and we all understand the pattern that these people are playing. You get? They are not for Biafrans. In fact, they are not Biafrans. It is not everybody that speaks our mother tongue of Igbo or the other dialects in Biafra land that are Biafrans, that are very, very bona fide Biafrans, that are full-blooded Biafrans. So all of these people were passing propaganda on the space hosted by Starman. Starman hosted a space where someone came up on that space and was just shouting fun, 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 knowing fully well that everything as regards fun, fun, fun that they're shouting is a total scam. Everything that they were shouting about fun this, fun that, fun this, fun that is nothing but a total what? Scam. They are saying they should fund the government. Everything is about funding, about they know that it's just a scam because they are not doing nothing. Imagine Orabu Seriki after ditching our Biafran charter, now still tells people that they should go and fund. Fund for what? You ditch the law that is supposed to lead us into they're supposed to lead us into Biafra through the liberation process. And now you are shouting, soliciting for fund. Nobody is giving you money again. And also the criminal Sonny Aparawa and the criminal Azanya Anyog shouting, fund this, fund that, fund this. They even brought a scope. This scope is the latest one that I saw. They used the Biafran Defense Forces handle to shout to, tell Biafrans that they are doing this, they are doing that in homeland. We know what the work the Biafran Defense Forces are doing in homeland, and they are not in the right position to come and tell us that for the reason that they are doing this and doing that in homeland, we need to fund. They don't have their job is in homeland, but these criminals trying to power grab, calling the BRGI that they are now having a president, that the BRGI has a new executive role, and as regards our Biafra public government, that they were just mentioning a lot of things, and all these things are going to connect, and you would know that, and you're going to know that it's all but a scam, nothing but what, a total scam. So I just want Biafrans to know, and I believe that so many Biafrans are listening to my voice now. This space has attracted over 170 people, but the numbers we have on the space, I think, let me just count, 14. I think we're just 14 on the space as we speak. So um I would love you guys to come. Worry sister, you're on the listener section. I'm the only host here and I have to do something quickly. Please, you guys, I'm going to send the mic to you guys so that you can join and unmute at any time. I've spoken for almost an hour now. Rita Alex, I'm sending you the mic. G, I'm sending you the mic. You guys are going to be holding on the space. You'll be holding on to the space while I do what I'm going to do here. I'm going to be sending every single person the mic. I won't be the only one to speak here. You understand? So, um, yeah. So let's join. Professor, join me quickly. Join me quickly, so that we buttress on this point and give Biafrans that are listening, people that don't want to, are reluctant to um grab the mic to say the truth, and both the ones that are passing propaganda, both the ones that are passing propaganda, we are going to be dealing with every propaganda on this space. You understand? So, also on, I said also on Starman's space, people were talking about decentralizing army. People were talking about people that are ready for war, and Starman was there just making and yapping, blah 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 blah. He was just running his mouth. A lot of people too were running his mouth, running their mouth also, on that space, and I was just listening to them like these people are just a bunch of daft baboons and monkeys. When our Oyendu called, people baboons and monkeys, everyone that has been on Starman's space, a bunch of baboons and monkeys. People that have been on Sonny space, a bunch of baboons and monkeys. Also, people that have been on, that Drake space, a bunch of what? Baboons and monkeys. I have to call them baboons and monkeys because they embrace propaganda. Someone called Divine was saying that they need to bring a lobbyist that would do arms deal. Are you mad? Are you mad? It is really, really crazy to see people that call themselves Biafrans doing all of all this propaganda. Our prime minister is being held in detention, prolonged in detention, about crimes, about accusation relating to terrorism, incitement, public incitement, and tax fraud. He's been prolonged in detention according to Finnish government. These accusations, which we know that he's innocent of, and one idiot called Divine, one bloody fool, is saying that we need to engage in arms deal. Sometimes I just listen to these Biafrans and I just shake my head, man. I wish I could just grab one and use that one. You do example. Slap where I go. Oh man, no, 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 no. Sometimes I'm always very saddened anytime I listen to these people. I just feel like to use slap and just dislocate one of them neck. You understand? Just the as in give am slap we go dislocate him, comot him neck from him neck bone. You understand? Make him just shut him mouth up small. Know that he's speaking nonsense. Another person on their space, on that Starman space that he was speaking, it was hosting. That one said we are ready for war. Man, see, a lot of things are really happening. When our prime minister told us that the propaganda is going to be on the highest level, this all these things that are happening on the children of the criminal Sonny Akparawa and also the criminal Isaiah Anyog space, all of the propaganda they are passing there is nothing but the highest of highest propaganda. On Drake's space where they are supporting Madam Baobab, there's they are passing nothing but what propaganda. On Starman space, where he hosted yesterday and he has a friend called Royce Benson. Every single thing that is being said on their space is nothing but propaganda. Biafrans that don't know anything, that does not have a substance. If you ask them a simple question, what are you doing to uphold the structure of the Biafra Republic government that our prime minister created and left back for us? There's nothing tangible that they can say towards it. Nothing. When I say nothing, they are not upholding anything as regards the Biafra Republic government in exile. They are not upholding anything. If they are, they should come and grab this mic on this space and come and challenge me. You understand? If they are doing anything as regards upholding the structure of the BRGIE, make any of them people where they say go call Sonny. If if Sonny knows saying they uphold the structure of the BRGIE, make him come here, grab this mic, make him come follow me talk. You understand? Make Isaiah Anyog the criminal, make him come this space, make him come here, come tell me wetin they do towards the structure, upholding the structure of the BRGI. They are wanting to scrap the CRC, our conflict resolution committee, the judiciary head of our government. Can you imagine? And someone will come tell me that he's upholding the structure of the BRGIE. How are you upholding it? You think you're upholding the structure of BRGIE is shouting fund, 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 fund. You're doing nothing. You're doing utterly nothing. Shouting fund, fund up and down, trying to scam people. We people don't even know what is upon you. We people don't know what is upon you at all. I'm just so happy that we already have our Biafran Charter and bylaws. The way we go deal with tonight, hey, people we rather beg. See, you go beg and you go beg, beg, beg. The way you go beg and your pikin self where you born go beg and say, no, see, my papa, I don't know what will go wrong with. You go see. Thank God that we already have our Biafran Charter and bylaws. This is the only best thing that has happened after the creation of the Biafra Republic government in exile. The Biafran Charter and the bylaws of Biafra, they are the best thing that has happened to Biafrans after the creation of the Biafra Republic government in exile and also the de facto government in homeland. You understand? So I think I've spoken it a little bit too long. I've spoken for over 1 hour now. I'm going to leave the speaker to the people on the mic now so that a lot of us request for the mic and join us in speaking the truth. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Am I audible? Hope I'm audible because it's raining
Yeah,
where I
yeah,
am.
you are. You're
Okay.
coming out very, very loud. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. There might be a bit of background noise from my side, but uh, I greet the house. Master K, as usual, you're awesome. I greet you, Ochuko. I greet you, Worry Sister. I greet you. You're awesome. Sister Ellen, I greet you. Ifine Naji. Sister Ngozi, India Man. Elvin. Sister Rita. Dot G. every one of us in this space. Ife, you are here. I greet you too. I greet everyone. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. Sometimes when you want to look at what's going on, you almost want to give up. But the fact that you know what it is you're fighting for, you know that it's not about you, it's about everybody. It's about even the people who don't even know you're fighting for them. You continue. One of my greatest inspiration is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even with everything that is happening with him, every rubbish that they write, even his own people stabbing and backstabbing, he's still fighting. He hasn't given up. So I don't think that any one of us should give up. And that is why I appreciate our spaces. We don't need numbers. All we just need is willing hearts, genuine willing hearts who are ready to go that mile. That's all. And we will not, as far as these voices are here, we will not allow any misinformation go without being checked. You know, at first, I wanted to get angry with all this rubbish that they post online, but I realized that no, most of these people don't even know what is happening. Then the few people, mind you, there are few of them who are actually propagating this evil misinformation that is confusing people. I remember yesterday I posted something and David Nana immediately attacked me, going, "Oh, you can't imagine that someone like me, he used to have so much respect, blah blah blah," and all the bloody blah blah he was saying that, "Oh, I can be following such a sort. That why would I be saying all these things?" And I said to him, "David, stop misinforming people. You know nobody is attacking the office of the prime minister. What we are doing is putting things right. The office of the acting prime minister has been scrapped, not the office of the PM, because that's what they are spreading in their spaces. That the CRC ganged up to actually scrap the office of the prime minister so that they would take power. But the truth is, the office of the acting prime minister did not come up until the CRC created it based on the fact that the government needed a spokesperson to stand in the place of the prime minister while he's not around. And I made it clear. You read your bylaws, go there and read it. It is 30 pages. It is not one cut up clip from the website that is highly summarized. No, read the entire article. It tells you point blank that the CRC are in charge of the office. It is there. The CRC are in charge. If they agree to vote him out, he will be voted out. And his devoting out came as a result of mismanagement, misconduct, gross misconduct. And that is the reason why he was voted out. And it's because of his action. Totally, that was why they actually scrapped it out. And I realized, and when you hit them, the next thing they will tell you is, "Oh, you are envious and you are jealous." And I asked myself, I've never met this individual in my life. I don't even know his house. I don't know where he comes from. We are not even cut from the same lineage. We are not cut from the same ground. What reason am I envious of him? So because of that, I will go and start propagating lies. I don't know him. We are not even on the same time space. So how can you come up with all the old thing you will say is, "Oh, we are envious. That is the reason why we are trying to kick out a government." Then I asked him a question. I said, "David, ask yourself, when Madame Bao started, who did she attack? She attacked the CRC because the CRC are the ones who uphold the law. And if a system does not have a law, it's as good as done. Because the reason why we are agitating for what we are agitating before is because the one which we all were forcefully imputed in does not have a law. And we cannot continue on a lawless platform, on a lawless system. It doesn't make sense. So if you are there attacking the office of the CRC, then it means that obviously you want to do gross misconduct and you do not want the law to stand against you. How can you be held accountable? How? How can you expect other nations to hold you accountable? Okay, for instance, now the shabish or the show of the Nollywood film of the so-called burial of the so-called ex-president happened. Did you see one Did you see one country that paid condolence visits or sorry, condolence message? No, nobody did, because the truth is, it is an obvious lie. The evidence is all out there. The evidence is all out there. They are just waiting for the docile Nigerians to open their eyes and do the right thing. And we, who are Biafrans, have said it. We are not interested in this shabbish, lawless country. And we cannot be part of it. And so for that reason, they have planted sabos all around. And you know the funny thing is, I give it to them because when they were doing this shit, we didn't understand. They gave us a decoy. They gave us Madame Bao was being brooded inside the house. Look at where we are today. But I know for sure, as far as it is truth we are speaking, and mind you, this is not about sentiment, because sentiment will not get us anywhere. We have to stand by the rules and regulations that we all agreed to follow. We were all at Helsinki, all signing and shouting, oh, we have a charter. Abi, you don't understand the reason why the charter was created in the first place? You cannot foretell a freedom movement or an emancipation of a people without a charter. Even the so-called zoo today that is claiming that is a country, the Royal Niger Company had to fit out a charter so that they can back up their illegalities. They had a charter to do what they did in 1914. If there was no charter, they wouldn't have done what they did. Now we are using our charter to bring back what was stolen from us. And rather by using that charter to do the right thing, some people are misinforming a whole lot of highly misinformed people on how to use the charter against their own self. It's like giving yourself a self-destruct button and telling yourself, use it on yourself. And that is exactly what they are doing. Using the using the chapter to use it to destroy our own self. Because you come online and you're shouting the chapter, this is what the chapter says, and this is this and this and that. But you yourself are a pawn for some evil set of people to be able to use you to destroy what you have. Because this is what they are doing. Using you to destroy something that we all built. We all have gotten to this point. We all have strategized and worked hard, planned, and gotten to this point, sacrificed. And all you could do is all propaganda. Okay, now the new propaganda going around is somebody created a a what's it called, a page. I think it's something that has to do with Biafran defense or something. And then the page is following a group of people. So because the page is following a group of people, it has to be the group of people that created the page that is in charge of the page that was made. And I'm like, how low can you go to just basically drive a point of propaganda? It's because you don't have anything to offer other than propaganda. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started speaking, if he had propaganda up his sleeves, I bet it with you, you and I shouting Biafra today will not be here. Because what happens with propaganda is that sooner or later, the truth will always come to kick it out. And that played out yesterday. I was shocked when the whole, you know, even people who didn't believe Mazi then started coming out with their own evidence. People who were sleeping, those are, he was, people started coming out with their own evidence, posting it up online. I'm like, this is what it is, this is what is this. Because why? You cannot drive a system on propaganda, bunch of lies and trash, and expect that system to stand. It's rubbish. It will fall. Because truth itself is even heavier than anything you can think of. And at the same time, lighter. Because that truth will set you free. And when you are free, you feel so light. Now, their whole world is upside down, planning and plotting on how they want to get people's accounts kicked out because why? The truth is bitter or is biting? But get this straight. Even if it is two people, we will continue speaking because I know for sure, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, you will kill us, we will kill you back. And in the end, Biafra will still come. And in this case, you will push and do your evil, your propaganda. The truth in the end will still stand, whether you like it or not. And if you have a problem, like I would always say, you can take it to Kike, whether you like it or not. It is something that has been ordained because you cannot cover up truth with lies and expect that truth will wear out. It's impossible. Truth is the foundation of everything. True of us, you and I are breathing because a being created us. That is the truth. So any other explanation is fallacy, obvious lie. And that is exactly what is happening right here. Biafra stands today because the truth about Biafra cannot be hidden. Go anyhow you want to look at it. If you go 58 years back, you will see the breadcrumbs of Biafra. If you go 100 years back, you will see it. If you go 10 years back, you will see it. If you go 100,000 years, you will still see it. In fact, if you go to the 12th century, you will still see it. It is recorded in people's maps. It was a country, it existed. It is something you cannot stop. Even if you plant as many propagandas or plant as many sabos that you want to pass, we would always get past them. We got past DOS. We got past Madame Nelly and the rest of them. Why do you think we cannot pass this one again? Mind you, they say the loudest noise comes from the empty barrel. You may have the loud voice now shouting, thinking because you have numbers and you're shouting is, oh, you are winning. Usai, na lie. We have a foundation of truth, and our truth will 1 million times kick you out, whether you like it or not. Okay, you voted to the CRC. How can you have an election when the constitution of the election is not there? Okay, so you became what? The owner of Brgie by tricks, by lies, by forgery. So because you have your name written on a forged document, make you the owner or make you the leader? Of course not. When push comes to shove, the system that was created remains the system that is created, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. So there is no how you want to do it. Before now, when Brigi was, initiated, there was nothing like the office of the acting prime minister. That only came when the prime minister was not available. And it was the same people who you are now backstabbing, saying they are appointees, that sat together, agreed, voted on it to make that office available. Now, all of a sudden, that you have messed up, you are now calling them appointees. They are the so-called power that they had to create that office does not exist anymore. Because when it comes to you, the law should not exist. But when it comes to your own selfish reason, oh yes, you should use it. Come on now. Biafrans, open your eyes. We are all feeling vulnerable right now, feeling gullible because the pain and the hurt of past years of struggling, of trying to put things together has burnt us so deep that we've become too vulnerable. But the problem with that is that people like the ex-minister of information and the ex-APM would take advantage of you. Would take advantage. It is not an emotional thing. We have gone past emotions. I'm not going to say because, oh, you are my best friend or you're my father or you're my brother, I will follow you jump inside well when I know say the well will drown me. I'm not going to drown. It's not possible. Let's think logically. We all started, most of them started shouting just from hearing one side. And they have successfully brainwashed you to the extent that you see the truth is right there in front of you, but you can't see it. Rather, you talk about stupid things like, oh, it is all because of envy and jealousy and bad belly hate that you are following there. And I'm asking myself, before now, did I ever know of a person called Ogenkiri or Azai Ayon? Do I? I don't even. I'm not even sure if his real name self is even the Azai Ayon. I don't even know. So what do you have? What do you have? It's not like tomorrow I want to come and contest to be the PM or the APM or the queen of or the king of Biafra. It's not. Excuse me, please. It's not my calling. Because what you don't understand is this movement is not by choice. It is by calling, appointed. You have to be called to be able to withstand the heat. Go and check. Everybody who felt they were just going with the wagon fell off. The only one standing, the only two people standing right now is our bishop and Oyendu. Those are the two people standing as it is right now. Because if those men were not handpicked, selected by the Most High, whether they have the best knowledge in the world or the best strategy, they will fall off. That is simple as it is. If you think I'm joking, lock yourself inside your room. Your own self will lock yourself inside your room for 1 week. If you manage to pass through 1 week, try 1 month and tell me if you will not feel choked to even want to just come out to see the sun. Talk about it. For somebody who has been locked up for 5 years, gone through humongous, just imagine torture. In fact, in some cases, I heard that he was peed on by women, degraded. But yet, he still comes out roaring the truth. Now you tell me that such a person is not spiritually picked, or you think you want to claim it because you have one fake signature on paper. If it's that easy, by now all of us will be in our lands. If it was just by paper. What you don't understand is you are playing games with something that will swallow you. Wholeheartedly, it will swallow you. It's not for kids. Don't play with it. It's not. Me talking to you, I cannot pick up the mantle and begin to lead this thing. I can't. I will not lie to myself. I can't. I would only do what I can do. And when I see the genuinity and the truth and the spirit in those people that will do it, I would only give them my support. That is what I can do. That is what I have been ordained to do. To support them, not to come and usurp what is not given to you, because it is given. The right to push, the right to lead, it's not something that you take. It is given to you. And it can only be given to you by something that is more than you. So if you think by propaganda, by lies, by treachery, by sabotaging for your selfish interests, you will get it, my brother, you are just compiling your own problem. Go and check now. Every single person who has sabotaged this movement, you know where they ended up. Some of them had cancer and died. Some of them are worthless now. In fact, they can't even sit down for 1 second without having sleeping sickness, and they will soon die off. You know how it is, because you are not playing with something that is just river. People are dying. Today, people died in Plateau. Those people who died, their blood has gone down, and they went down screaming freedom. Nothing else. Because everybody wants to be free from this shithole called Nigeria. They all went down crying freedom. Their souls has gone to the Almighty. Just the way me and you now is shouting, they are shouting to the Almighty that, oh, we died unjustly. We need to be avenged. Now, those bloods were in Plateau. The ones that happened in our lands still happened. So you think all that will just be, gathered in one corner, and then you will just come and usurp something that is not given to you? It will all go. When we're young, we had this thing they call briscoe. When you put it on, it will go bright and shiny, blah, 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 the whole place. But give it a few seconds, it burns off. This one will burn off in a few seconds. Trust me, because you cannot, you cannot stretch a lie for too long. You can't. You need to keep building lies. About pack of lies is that it crumbles when it gets to a point because it has no foundation. It will crumble. You won't even know when you will sleep by yourself. And trust me, majority of the people who are shouting, "Oh, burn the CRC, take them to the stake and set them on fire right now," are vulnerable. Imagine when their eyes open, what they will do to you. They will come back at you as lions because you have just let them out of the promise that they told themselves they were going to get. Because as it is now, you and I, listening, you and I, all of us know that the level of what betrayal that has happened, it will be hard for forgiveness to come in. We are in people who believe in an eye for an eye. Basically, if you fuck up, you go receive your fuck up. That is how it is. Then is this after your fuck up? That is what we'll now talk about. Okay, we've heard you. Some people's fuck up will not even allow them enter. Some will come with shame. Some will come with reproach. So imagine those kind of people with the pain that they were once on the right track and you misled them out. What do you think they will do to you? What do you think will happen? They will come back tearing you down. Because it's not joke. We are not joking here. We're not joking. Created parallel government, created, oh, just name it. Now, all these things, it doesn't seem like, it is wrong to some people. Nobody cared to ask what is going on. Just barely 7 months here, we started shouting on one lady called Ngozi. We just barely said, okay, fine, we'll survive this, let's move on. And the next thing we are seeing is another one. It's not going to work, oh. It's not going to work. In fact, you can even read the science. It's not working. It's not working because one morning you will wake up and you receive the hammer of judgment. That is bound to happen. It is bound to happen. So, however you want to think about it, I would suggest that every one of us, because now that we are talking, the fact that we still have these spaces, trying to educate people, trying to make them understand and see reasons, it means that the grace gate is still open. Because you have that grace right in front of you. If you do not have the charter, go and meet somebody, call somebody, text somebody, email somebody, they will email it to you. If you don't even know how to read, go and meet someone that knows how to read. Let them read and explain to you. Because if you read those things, you would understand that every step that the CRC has done or has taken is legal. Not short. If the CRC had plans to do what they were doing, in the first place, they don't need a decoy like Ogi to take power. Because when Ngozi did her shit, it was enough for them to take the power. Because obviously the charter backs them up to do it. They are pretty much the legal system. So they could have as well taken it. But because they were working based on the law and genuinity and truth, they created that to say, okay, fine, we will not do this. That office cannot be, empty. So let's put somebody who acts. And the problem here is acting. Not be the grammar when scatter everything. The other day on Space, I said it. I said, the I said this word, COS. We guys look for the traditional name. So that if we can see all these things in the traditional name, maybe people know what they confuse. Because COS, Chief of Staff, confused people, did not understand that a Chief of Staff was just a glorified secretary or personal assistant. Now, acting Prime Minister again, don't begin confuse people. When the first word tells you what it is, you are acting, you are not it. You are not the Prime Minister. In other words, you can't even make decisions. Before you, as an acting Prime Minister, have to make decisions, you have to make sure that the board, that the cabinet members must vote on it. In some cases, the prime minister can make decisions based on his own office and it will fly. But in the position of an acting prime minister, you can't do that because you are only acting. You are not it. So now, this particular word, acting prime minister, caused chaos, just like COS caused chaos. And I think I'm very, very happy with the decision of the CRC and the cabinet members for coming together and saying, you know what, let's remove all these things called acting and all this because it's causing problem. Rather than let one man be there, let's have a council. Because when you have a council, you have multiple people who will come together and discuss a matter on behalf of the people and take a vote on it. Because it's now becoming a problem. When you have an acting prime minister, you begin to look and usurp how you want to plan to usurp the post of the prime minister, because that's what all this is leading to. That's all it's leading to. You found out that, oh, after 1 year, if the prime minister is not active, you can kick him out and become the prime minister. You know, go work. It was not called, you were not called for it. It was not meant for you. You cannot have it. Because if you are an honorable man or honorable people, let me use that word because it's not just you alone. Honorable people, you would come when we were saying, when you went to meet the PM and the PM said to you, through the memo that was said, go to the CRC and stop this issue. If you really had issues or you really wanted to solve this issue, you would have called a round table. Everybody would have been present and you would have solved this issue because the issue was not even an issue in the first place. It was a simple matter. But because you have an ulterior motive, which, well, it's obvious, you don't want people to know what is happening. You just want you alone to control. In fact, jump into other people's work and begin to do stuff. You get me? Now, you call it, you have turned it into something else. Making stories. Who were the people who came out with this thing? Saying, it is you people. Why can't people go and sort this thing out? Who brought it out? This issue started when Akbarawa went and started posting private meeting videos. But yet, the CRC did not judge that way. They still, tempered themselves and said, you know what, let's see if these people will do the right thing. Still stretch the hand of let us. They're still they gather. They're still they gather. Like they're still they gather. Because you have turned people against a system that we all of us gathered to build. I would say is by far one of the most clever sabotaging trick that they did, because they tried coming to sabotage as who they are. It didn't work. Okay, so now let's use the people to sabotage. Still want to be blockheads. You still have people like Stanley who will come out. You, an educated human being, will come out and be asking stupid questions, making stupid assumptions from things you know that is the truth, just because you have an ulterior motive. Seriously, you see the thunder when they come. Well, for now, please. Thank you very much.
Professor, Ancestral, Evin, Rita, Dots, Muibu, Jack, and Ventures. See, the reason why I picked this mic is because of, see, any day some of them will know what is happening. They will run away from there if they know what is going on. You know, it it was a very big then it will take over. I know you have a process that we used to take over as the prime minister. But the thing is that if you just join it together now, just join it together. The plan was once they take over, there is nothing anybody will say again in this movement. Nothing. They will take decision anyhow they want it. All these things they plan it very well, and that was the reason he went and changed that document and made himself the president. Forged document. And people don't even, they did not even ask question. They did not even ask question to know how come. And these people has been saying that Ogi went to change Brigi document, and none of them is saying anything. None of them is asking question. Is these people accusing him or not, or what is going on? The document is there. It's not difficult to see it. The person who changed it is the one now coming out. He will come out and start shouting, "My boss, my boss." But your boss, you know where your boss is. You know what he's going through. And when it's a planned coup. And that is when I start shouting, coup plotters, coup plotters. Because they planned this coup thinking that everybody will just follow them. That was the plan. They think everybody will follow them and start doing the same thing. When PM come out again, anything they decide, PM will accept it. If PM said no, PM, you are out. That was the target. And that is why I'm very happy as CRUC have removed that office completely. The office of PM will stand so that this is their plan. That is why they are not sleeping now. They are sleeping. I can tell you for sure they are not sleeping because they are take over that office of. Then they have already changed the document. See, people don't really know. If some people know what is happening in this movement, what is going on now, you don't even need anybody to tell you to run away from there because they have planned this thing down. Check the time they started it. Okay, now because they remove what is her name, Dr. Ruby, and they add another person's name there, and that person's name has never been in that document before. Maybe they were thinking that nobody is going to see all those things. Though maybe when the 1 year complete now, he have already made himself the president. Once the 1 year complete, do is to go take over Brigi completely. Once he becomes the prime minister, they will be in charge. When you talk, they will tell you to go and sit down. This has been their plan. Their plan. The reason why they started sending people to go and fight CRUC and the cabinet member who are working to make sure that everything about this government, that they protect this government. That is why they send them to go and start fighting them. Call them names, post their picture, do anything you want. Because they stop their evil coup that they planned. They planned evil coup against PM. This coup is against PM. Nobody else. But some people they don't know. Instead of them to go and ask question. Go and ask question and know what is happening. Then nobody would know. If you see these people, you will stone them. Go and ask about those documents. You will see those documents with your eyes. How the documents was changed. Change the name, remove people's name, and made himself not there in that document. The original document. The original document, he was written there, written as agent. It's just an see. This is where I have problem with these people. Somebody wake up in the morning from agent to president, and you did
just three questions. Pim, you know talk.
they cannot
He,
ask this
he
one.
is compromised. That's the reason he's not asking questions.
brother.
Chai. That is the reason why I have been watching them. When all these things they were doing, sometimes I will be laughing. I say, so these people don't know what is good. These people cannot ask question again. I even said that day, let the if you think that okay, both side, let us ask. They can't. Okay, cannot come out because he knows very well. He knows very well that without consulting any of the directors in that document, he knows that everybody will run away from him because that is a very big coup that they planned against PM. But now they are trying to change it. That the people that stop their coup are now the coup plotters. You see how evil these people are? They did not come out and tell these same people that we changed the document to Brgie document. We are from agent to president. But you come out in public and call PM, my boss, my boss. But in the document, you are bigger than PM. The one you forged, you not the original document. And people are not asking questions. If you talk, they will tell you, we already know the truth. We don't tweet about it. I know what was going on. But I started watching them to see where they are going. If you think you are not planning any evil, or you don't have anything against this movement or against that is what they changed to president agent. See how these people carry propaganda to president agent. So some people are very wicked though. If you go to that document, the original document there, it's written there. To move around, deceiving innocent Biafrans, those people who don't even know what is happening. To see planted the coup. They planned the coup very well, but they never know that there are people who are there watching everything that is going on, and they stop them. Because of that, they now run out and they start shouting that they are, you have to condemn them, fight them, because they stop your coup against PM. So if you are here, don't bother yourself. Even all these things we are, but the most important thing is that truth we must stand in the path of that truth. It's not about shouting, calling people's name, insulting innocent people that you cannot, if you even see some of themselves, you cannot shake them, you cannot go close to them. You are insulting them because they are fighting for their freedom. They are fighting for your own freedom. People who stop their coup, you are insulting them. A time is coming, you will know what these same people you are insulting, a time is coming, you will know what they did. If maybe they succeeded after changing that document, that fake document that they are using to move around, and they are telling you that they are the one who have the names, their names is inside the document and all those things. A time is coming, you are going to know the truth, and you will see that these people they are evil. We are not in this movement to, and that is one thing. This money is blood money. People have died. So before you eat this money, you must be very, very careful. If you are eating anything, as far as this movement is concerned, if you must fight for this freedom, remove anything that has to do with personal interest. Remove it. Some people will come out and start telling you that I want you to do this one. You have to do it like this. You have to go and fight this person. If they push you to go and fight somebody, you go and fight the person. Instead of you to sit down and ask questions. Why would they say that?
Yeah, no, if it's still
Is
talking.
Ife still speaking?
Yeah, it's still speaking. Yeah.
I can hear you, Professor. So that is the thing. Don't
Can
let you.
can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Master
you.
K, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Enoho.
Come out. Everybody will see it with their eyes. The truth will come out. Because if you are not planning anything, you cannot go move with only you. Only you went and changed the document. I'm not mentioning their name now. Is that the time is coming when they will understand. Not that one they are saying that they are shouting about people's name. Confirm something first. I will ask question. I don't just move because you want me to move. I don't move. I don't make that move. I will go and ask question to know exactly. If you want to know the truth, not hearing from one side, ask the both side. If when I ask them, let us call the both side so that we the Biafran people will ask question. All these things would have ended now. They would have known the truth, but they said no because they don't want anybody to know the truth. They said no. They don't want anybody to know the truth. They know that once people know the truth, know exactly what happened, and truly that this man changed the document, you know that nobody will stand there with him. That is why they are saying that they should not call for any meeting, that nobody should discuss anything, that we should move on, go and fight them. Fight them. They should go and start fighting innocent people. Those My prayer is for PM to come out. Then
Professor is done. You can go on. Okay. Professor,
Okay,
are you
thank you
there?
very much, Ife. Thank you for that wonderful submission. The thing is, people don't understand that not joke as here, even if pain. So
Yeah, go
you
on, no
okay with
problem.
that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, Sister
Okay.
Rita.
Good evening,
Sister
my
Rita, you have the mic.
yeah, good evening, my brothers and sisters. Good evening, Ochuko, Ife, Helen, Ngozi Chuku, Ancestral, Evin, Worry Sister, Toby, Helen Omeje, Adanej, Wibo, Daberechi, um, it is not the number, the road to hell is broad and wide, but that road to heaven is narrow and very one person that stands up for the truth. It is still good. It is because in the end, truth will prevail, will always prevail. Look at what is happening with our Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. That hardened criminal and his cohort. What's his name? The one they called his COS. I asked them about you. They waved it off with a wave of their hand. And I was suing Ngozi then. And it pains my heart that our hard-earned money is contributed into one man's purse, and he does whatever he likes with it. It pains me hard. Sometimes it gives me sleepless nights to think that somebody will do this while our people are dying. Honestly, if this criminal, Isaiah, whatever, Anyogo Harrison, if this criminal were interested in forging forward the cause of our freedom, he would allow people to have signatories in the account. So the fact of is like an an ex-convict. What then do we think? What do we expect? He's a forger, forges signatures, forges documents, and my own pain also is that when PM was awake, and now you want to come and take the glory where you did not work. It doesn't happen like that. I love him. Why? What has love and likeness got to do with our freedom? They like him, that's why they have to follow him. A PM put him there and told him not to give anybody, and I continue to contribute to him to do whatever he likes. If it's not going to be accounted for, then there's no need me putting my money there. Friend Amobi, as his secretary. What kind of coup is worse than that? Sonny that does everything for him, and he comes and says few words. Someone who cannot string one or two sentences just I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. That you see people, you see your people being killed, you see our land being taken, and you are happy to sucks for our men on ground who we are trying to prop up now. They claim whatever happens, they claim they're the ones who did it. in fighting against the struggle. I mean, there are, I would say there are more, many more saboteurs and body and brain to be able to withstand money that is shown to you. I'm sure our people, many more, will fall astray because of one thing or the other. If we are standing, we stand strong to the end. I mean, we have got examples for us. We've got Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We've got our waver. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never wavers. He never wavered. Even if the knife will be slit on his throat will be slit, he still stands by firm because we are standing on the truth. And for me, truth will always prevail. In the end, truth will always prevail. No matter how many lies you tell, you continue to tell one lie after the other. In the end, you fall apart. Now, let them come together. Who is wrong? This man has been called several times for meeting. He refused to come. He's calling shots. Who the hell is he? A criminal. And he's calling bluffs. Calling bluffs. I learned initially that he was a millionaire. That was why I, sort of relaxed. So if this is a millionaire, he wouldn't be doing anything funny with our money. That's the way I was the prime minister, where he never worked. You are trying to reap where you did not sow. So my lovely brothers and sisters, let us stand firm. Can't sleep because hoodlums will come to their community and attack them while asleep. People
Please, 1 minute, please. Rita, thank you very much. Uh, those things. I make it clear to them that why is it that it's difficult for them to stop that guy in Ghana called Priest that is holding people's information. Something that I know the person that is the reason they are not doing anything about those things. Before, and the ones that are still misbehaving, because I know that was when I lose it. I said no, I cannot support this kind of evil. I cannot support. I to the extent of, and when I see it with my eyes, not to, this is a planned coup. Their target is they are waiting for that complete 1 year. Once it's complete 1 year in the absence of PM, according to the bylaw, then they will take a process for changing that document. I say no, I cannot just come out now. Let me continue to watch what these people, the game they are playing. That was the reason why I started watching these people, watching every of their move, what they are doing. So when I came back, and me, I can, like Mazinam Dekano, as Mazinam Dekano is now, I cannot see anybody that want to betray him, and I will keep quiet. Or as PM is now, somebody will come out and try to. I came back. They were shouting that you because there is problem now. You are out again. Why wouldn't I be out when I know the truth? I know the truth. They did not succeed. That they will destroy everything. Then when PM come out again, then that time nobody. We will just all. No matter the kind of lie they will spray on social media or anything, but the truth we have will destroy everything they are doing. The truth we have. I know the ones that There's no way you will hear. Master K, check your network, please. There's no way you will hear that. Nobody, unless you are not for the movement, unless you are not for the freedom of your own people. Only one person